Let's go. Did you guys just see all the packages we just dropped onto the floor? Here it is. So right here we've got a whole bunch of goodies for the Honda Jazz budget build. I'm super excited to install these parts. Fingers crossed I ordered the right parts. But if you look at it, look how much parts there is. Oh, I'm hella keen. Let's go ahead. Let's unbox what we have right here. Oof, plenty of boxes is always a good sign. Basically a quick rundown before we unbox it. We got a set of road safe shocks. We got some Eibach Lowering Springs. We got some DBA front slotted rotors, Project Move brake pads, and some Hardrace upper strut mounts for the new shocks. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm super excited and hella keen to install these parts. However, I have a little doubt because I don't even know if I ordered the right parts. So what I mean is, yeah, like right here, I bought some Project Move NS400 pads. I wanted the HC versions, but when I called them up, they said it's going to take about 3 to 4 weeks and it might not be in time ready for the track day. So I thought we'll just go with the basic NS400 and hopefully that lasts that one track day. And with these Eibach Springs right here, I'm not too sure if they're compatible with these road safe shocks, but I guess there's only one way to find out, which is to actually install it and see how we go. I mean, it should work. I mean, if you can put these on most struts, it should work with that as well. And let's just hope these pads last. And because this is a $5,000 budget build, I'm going to track of how much I spent roughly in this video as well. So starting from the left, roughly the Project Move pads with shipping costing me about $160. The shocks right here for all four, we got the Hardrace mounts and that set me back $203, and the Eibach Springs for $476, and last but not least the DBA Rotors for $304. So the DBA Rotors and the Project Move pads are now installed on the Honda Jazz. Take a closer look at it. Ooh, 100 times way better. Like I said, it was my first time, but with the right tools, it was a pretty simple job. I'm keen to test out how these feel on the road. But besides that, I'm also so stoked and so happy on how it looks. Like, look bro, it looks 100 times way better with all those lines. I can't wait to actually go and test drive it. So with both rotors and pads now changed, we're going to go ahead and probably do the hard part, which is the suspension work. So like I said, I've always installed coilovers, which is pretty simple because it's just in and out. Take off your old one, put the new one in. But now I'm basically building a new suspension because yeah, we have, you know, bone stock struts right here that we are going to be putting lowered springs on as well. So like I said, basically have to build it from scratch. But I think first things first, what we are going to do is going to take this one off, see if we actually need any parts, which I hope not. So then we don't have to, you know, remove this setup as well. And hopefully we can just build this one, and once it becomes a whole coil, we can just straight swap it for this one right here. Let's go. Here's a closer look at the unit. So this is the OEM strut and the aftermarket road safe shocks. So I think this is direct OEM replacement, so it's exactly the same length. But if you look at the new springs right here, OEM on the left and the Eibach on the right, you can tell there is definitely a big difference. So hopefully that does drop it slightly, so then it handles a bit more better, and obviously so it can look 100 times way better. But oof, look at that difference. Hella keen to check it on and suss it out. Alright, so just a quick update before we head out and test out the new coilovers and brakes. Check it out. It kind of looks the same right now, so hopefully it does settle in a bit more, but I did measure and it did drop. But like I said, by the looks of it, it kind of looks somewhat the same, but it did drop, especially the back though. I don't know if you guys remember, it was way higher back then, but now it actually closed the gap. And maybe because we're on a slight hill, so we'll get some flat surface and then we'll see how it actually looks. But let's go for a drive and hopefully it all goes well. So we just came back from the drive and I gotta say the car does feel 100 times way better and it does look 100 times way better, even though it was like the smallest change. But in saying that, there is, you know, some stuff that I would like to upgrade still. So going for that short drive, I found that the car does turn sharper now. So like, as in like when you turn and put the steering wheel, it does like to go to that direction straight away. However, there is that slight body roll still there, which I'm not a big fan of. So who knows, maybe we have to play with some arms or get proper coilovers, so then we have less of that body roll. But other than that, it does feel good, 100 times way better, and the brakes do feel pretty decent as well. So the lowering springs is meant to drop the car by about 30 mil. It might not look much on camera, but it did drop. I did measure it and there was a change, and the rears did close that big gap that we had before. The front probably didn't go as low as I wanted, but the back is 100 times way better. Look at that. It's basically no more gap. I don't know if I have any photos of before, but there was a high gap and it looked like a monster truck. And not only did the brakes feel good, the new rotors look sick as well. The slotted rotors got a bit of texture in them. Alright, so I think that is going to do it for episode, I think, 4 of this budget build Honda Jazz build. So we've done brakes today, we've done some lowering springs with some OEM replacement shocks. What else should we do to make this car so it has less body roll? Like I said, it is more enjoyable to drive now, because when you do turn, it does go straight away, it does turn sharper. But there is still that body roll that I'm not a big fan of. So let us know in the comments down below, what else should we do? Do we have to play with arms? Because yeah, I'm new to this suspension stuff and brake stuff. You guys know me, I'm usually just, you know, go for looks. But now, because we're gonna go for a track day or future track days as well, what else should we do? But yeah, what do you guys reckon of the ride height as well? Maybe I have to get actual coilovers so then it has, you know, less body roll. But guys, that is gonna do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to give this video a fat like, PHAT, and we'll catch you guys next one. Later. Let's go.